So this CG creature is based roughly on the original plant monster that we made for episode 4, but obviously we've added more flowers, we've added longer, bigger tentacles.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to another behind the scenes for Finding a Home.
Thanks for joining.
Okay, so
yeah, for this episode we lost our home basically. Our landlord had sold the house and we were forced to come up with a storyline that would give our character a new house. And we thought, let's have some fun along the way.
So he's in a dumpster.
Right.
But what it looks like is he's just like in an endless void of trash bags.
Right. In the script we wrote, it was like basically being in a cave, but the walls were made of trash bags.
And these are obviously, or maybe not obviously, fake trash bags.
Yeah, hopefully we did a good enough job.
We filmed this in the garage of our new place.
Yeah, we have some pictures actually what that looks like. It's kind of interesting. It looks way better in the end result, which is a good thing, but...
And then I'm in here somewhere with my hand
right. As usual, buried in trash.
Buried in trash, puppeteering the raccoon.
Yeah, we see a lot of that recently too. Yeah, I like the punching sound. That was totally needed.
This is just you rolling around in trash on the floor.
Yeah. It's a normal day for me.
But then that's me in a trash can, so, you know.
Yeah, and that's actually a completely computer-generated rock up until it lands on the ground. So we did like a CG rock that flies out. Then we did a crossover transition to the real rock right when it hits the ground after it rolls for a second. So it's like the character is actually picking up the real rock, which was hidden digitally. We have a video showing sort of some of the process for that.
Yeah, because we don't want to actually throw our precious little pet rock.
No, we only have one. It sucks. I mean, we have to be very careful with him. Here you can see, you know, just a brief... Yeah, there's the real rock being removed. Then the digital rock coming in right here with the shadows, and then basically matching the color of the computer rock to the real rock to try to make it as perfect of a transition as possible. You know, this is the first time we've ever done an effect like this, so it's kind of interesting. There I'm making the shadows match, you know, brightness, things like that. Things that little things that help really sell the effect. And in the end, you know, what's most important is that the story is told, so thankfully it worked.
Yeah, did a great job on that. Looks good.
Thanks, man.
So he gets kicked out of his dumpster home.
Yeah, right.
And he's back on the road. This is directly following the Pet Rock 2 episode where he his home gets destroyed.
This is also the only episode where we had. This is interesting. So that obviously was a fake billboard.
Yep.
We took an existing billboard and replaced it with our own fancy schmancy image. Wasn't super easy because it was intersecting with the real fence, as you can see. So we had to digitally cut pieces of the fence out, frame by frame, go in and bring it forward, and you know, a little bit of tedious and task, but at the end it looks pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a real billboard that's there. And
you don't question it.
yeah, rather than buying our own billboard.
Yeah, we looked into buying one. We realized the budget was slightly out of our range.
Yeah, so...
And the other interesting thing about this is that this is the only episode with Pet Rock being animated in it. I think we've never done this since or prior.
And I think this is going to be something we do very rarely.
Yeah, it sort of... I think Pet Rock works better as a sort of static, hilarious... He does things out of view, but... Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're moving forward, like... If we really have to, we'll do something in CG with him. But for the most part, like we're gonna stray away from doing things like this where he's in CG. We're gonna keep it real.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
This was sort of due to why did we do it?
I think we were just experimenting, really.
Yeah, we were experimenting, and yeah. Let's see what else. So this is the first time we've had like an actor kind of play a role here with a lot of dialogue.
Right. Our good friend helped us out on this part.
Yeah, this is our buddy from our full-time jobs.
Yeah, our ancient relic past.
Which we recently have left to hopefully make this a full-time gig.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, this guy, our friend here, great guy, really funny.
He sort of improv most of this. We didn't tell him anything about these pictures either.
Yeah, this is the first time he's ever seen these pictures. As he's going through them, obviously he's seen the first one on this list here, but when he starts revealing more and more of them, he has never seen these before. So he did a good job of improvising, and they get weirder and weirder as it goes along. like a castle.
I want this one. This one's upside down.
Right, that one caught him off guard. You can actually hear him chuckle.
Yeah, there's a video where he breaks and cracks because it's so funny.
I want this one. This one's upside down. I mean, you can't really. Just keep going, right?
Right, so then Monopoly money, of course, that's what my character pays with.
That's all you have.
Yeah, I don't even know how he got that, to be honest.
Yeah, and obviously gets kicked out for having nothing.
This episode was interesting too because we had a return of a few characters. One of them being the going on a picnic Raincloud, who is basically just always a jerk. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's a teenager now. Before he was like a little kid.
Friggin' Pet Rock just like skating along super fast, following you. Like,
Yeah, it's a bit unnatural, but it is it's kind of funny.
it is pretty funny.
So brief too. This is this overpass was so loud. It was hard to film there.
Yeah, really windy here too.
You would be surprised that there's so much wind gusting underneath. That was an accident. Magic carpet, I guess, that contains a TV and a chair.
This is all you need.
That's all the character needs. Yeah.
Just gotta live here, gotta have a TV, and you're good, man.
This joke here, this plugging in.
That's right.
Plugging in the plugging in the surge protector into itself as a power source was actually an idea by one of our patrons.
Was it Bender?
Supporters. I don't know. I don't think it was Bender. I kind of checked, to be honest. But yeah, this was an idea from someone in our chat. Basically, gave us the idea. Let's see if I can find him actually while we're doing this.
So, this episode has a lot of dialogue in it, and I think that's something that's going to be rare for us. For the most part, we try to keep things dialogueless and easily digestible if you're not, listening to it at all, or if you speak a different language.
There we go. It was Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
He said, "What if he plugged a power strip into itself for unlimited energy, but it opens up a portal?" So we took that base idea and we just used that as the gag, and it works really well.
See, we have some. We sewed these up ourselves.
Right.
And shot this on green screen with a basic premise that they're basically trying to tell a story, an entertaining story, and the character and the cars above him on the overpass keep interrupting the story at the most interesting parts.
Right. It's
culminating with a giant car crash, explosions, and typical LA traffic.
Yeah. The character never gets a break, of course.
Nice transition to it.
This was so hard to find. Just as in Los Angeles, you would expect there to be, forests and places to go. But this is one of the only places we could find that was a patch of trees that we could just film in. It's that hard. It's retarded.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that great too, because it was full of bugs and gnats and everything.
Oh yeah,
biting us.
Trust me, I remember. You nearly lost your mind.
Yeah. So then we have another reoccurring character.
Right. This is a super photorealistic plant monster arm made out of high quality foam and spray paint and toothpicks.
Yeah.
And we just taped the remote to it because we had no other way of doing it.
Yeah, really not sure how else we could have done this.
Yeah, no one seems to really have a problem with it.
Despite maybe doing it in CG, but honestly, trying to do things practically again is the best way to do it.
Yeah, even if it's not perfect, it's sometimes funnier.
But there's no way we're doing a giant 5 foot, 6 foot tall. I don't know. This is 10 foot tall.
I would say 6 to 8 feet at least.
10 foot tall plant monster, and this is.
So this CG creature is based roughly on the original plant monster that we made for episode 4. But obviously we've added more flowers. We've added longer, bigger tentacles.
Yeah, the idea is that he's, when he left the house, he went out, maybe found some refuge in the woods, started eating whatever it eats, and then grew to this size.
Yeah, exactly. This is the life cycle of a plant monster.
Yeah, and we may see him again.
Yeah, there's a very high probability of him making a larger recurrence.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit confused on our own decision here of what happens. So he looks up, and sure enough, he's above him. in classic horror fashion. And then what do you think happened there?
I don't know what happened.
What really happened between then and now? Because it's clearly going to do something to the
Yeah,
character.
it's kind of a cop out. I don't know. We can only assume that you either fought it or it
Did what it needed to
what
do.
it did. Yeah, who
And then-
knows? And you escaped, and not without getting exhausted and
Yeah, we have a little branch on my leg, you know.
like maybe
a little homage.
maybe you fought it and won and escaped. Who knows?
Yeah, this is the famous alleyway that we've found for our character. Another animation.
Their animation of Pet Rock.
See, this kind of stuff's funny to me. When Pet Rock's not actually moving himself, but he's like involved like in a vehicle. Like that to me is something I like that. As long as Pet Rock's not actually moving, I think it's funnier, to be honest.
Driving a forklift.
Yeah. And then, you know, of course, we've got our cardboard home that we've seen in quite a few episodes. We didn't have any, you know, way to hide, or we didn't actually have the interior built for this place for quite a while. I think it was like 2 months or something.
The interior for
the interior for the home was like quite a ways away, so we didn't have any way to transition to it. But we do have some pretty cool behind-the-scenes photos of some of the process.
Yeah, well, we had to actually build this thing to be modular
Right.
first and foremost, so that we could pack it away, bring it back to this alleyway, and then set it back up.
Yeah, you can kind of see there's some. Yeah,
this
that's you know.
This is where we had to shoot out in the woods. Not a bad looking place. Really good
It's like
looking
a
place.
artistic. If you made it black and white, it could be some kind of in a museum somewhere. I think.
Totally. This was the
The
garage
garbage.
interior.
Yeah. And so so basically everything other than that is CG bags everywhere.
Yep. And these lights you see placed around are tracking markers.
Yeah, they help us figure out where the camera is looking.
Yeah, so that way the trash bags and everything look like they stick in the world.
Normal day again.
Yeah, just a normal
Looking
day.
for props and food.
And then that's it.
Yeah, really, you know, this is it's kind of interesting because this marks a next chapter in the show where the character is living in this kind of shanty, homeless box, and of course, you know, we see
Since
the end
then,
of that.
yeah, and since then we've moved on from that,
Yeah,
that
it's going
chapter.
to be very interesting to see where we go from here.
But thanks for watching, and take care, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Bye.